Hello and welcome to the Area of Interest Editor training video. I'm going to be demonstrating how we use the new Area of Interest Editor in the new map viewer. To begin, just get you oriented. The AOI Editor's main interface is here in the left menu section of the new map viewer. You'll see it listed about halfway down. It has options for creating a new one, opening an existing one, and a link to this video. To begin, I'm going to create my test AOI and give it. You have to give it a type. This is required. It's really only there to help you organize and categorize areas of interest. It doesn't have any bearing on how the AOI is treated, how long it's kept for, any other information other than just helping you to organize them. I'm going to choose Other. The description is optional. Keep Until, that specifies how long it will take before the AOI expires. We keep them by default for 1 month. Once they're expired, they're still in the system, but they don't show up in the list by default. That's just to help keep things from getting too cluttered over time. I'm going to keep the default and click the next button to get to the main interface for listing out the features. The features are the points, lines, and polygons that comprise the area of interest. To begin, I'm going to demonstrate adding a point via an address. Just begin typing in. Once you've got enough of an address in there, the system will start auto-completing it. It will put the point on the map, give you a little buffer around it based on that buffer distance that you've got entered in there, and name it based on the address. You can also add it via lat long. It really doesn't matter whether you put it in as lat long or long lat. It doesn't matter whether you use decimal degrees or degrees, minutes, seconds. It'll sort it out. Go ahead and add this in this format. Click the Go button next to the lat long field, and it will put it on the map. It's slightly off to our west. You'll notice now that I've got a couple of them on there, one of them is highlighted and its name is editable. If I click this other one, the other one becomes highlighted and I can change its name or its buffer distance. You can also just click on the feature or its buffer on the map to do the same thing of selecting them. So it's tied together as to what features are shown on the map and the ones that are shown in the list. And lastly, as far as points are concerned, I'm going to demonstrate entering it via roadway and milepost. You'll notice that the default name for the ones entered via roadway and milepost is the roadway ID and milepost. You can use the same roadway and milepost in creating a new line. I'll demonstrate it by just adding an end milepost of 9. And you can see it's going to take a line from that milepost 7 that we put in there all the way up to milepost 9. Along the way, we have a break in that, so we get our first line from 7 to 7.844, and then it picks up from 7.844 all the way to 9. So we wind up getting 2 features with that one action. See, that one is highlighted there, and this one is highlighted over here. I'm going to demonstrate using the interactive digitizing tools or drawing tools. To begin with, I'm going to show you drawing a point on a map. That's very simple. Select that button, puts it in draw point mode. Just click anywhere on the map to add that point. You can see it shows up there as feature 1. That's just its default name. Digitizing lines is similar, except there's a little bit more clicking involved. I will draw a line on the map and start drawing by just clicking on the map at each place where I want to have a vertex of that line. And when you're done, you double click and that will give you your line. You'll see the vertices that you drew in gray and the little white pseudo vertices that are in between them are places where you can add a new one. So if you want to smooth out a curve, you can do that by just selecting one of those and drag, and you will get a little bit more of a roundedness to it by adding a vertex along the line. You can also just move existing vertices around. The other way to digitize a line is using the freehand tool. Click that Add Feature button, click the Draw Freehand Line on Map. It's similar, except what you do is you click and hold the mouse button down and then move the mouse and it will draw along wherever your cursor goes until you release the mouse button. You'll notice that that creates a lot more vertices along the way. It does get a little bit smoother, easier to do, but it will maybe introduce a little bit more noise to it. It's up to you, whichever way works for getting the feature in there the way you'd like to see it. The last couple of tools I want to demonstrate are related to creating polygons. Let me just scroll down a little bit here and click the Add Feature button. On the New Polygon tab, you will see the Draw Polygon and Draw Freehand Polygon buttons. They're similar to the Draw Line and Draw Freehand Line capabilities. Just click for each vertex you want to add to the map and double click to complete. The freehand polygon I should say, is similar to the freehand line. You just click and hold and move the mouse around until your polygon is complete and then release the mouse button. When you're done digitizing, click the next button. That will take you to an optional screen, the analysis areas grouping capabilities. This is going to be a subject of another video where I go into some of the more advanced new capabilities of the map viewer of the AOI editor. For now, just click next to get past that. You'll see some saving information flash up on the screen. Then you get to the report options screen. This allows you to choose what types of reports you want to create. I'm going to choose just the standard EST study area report and click Run. The analysis will start. The screen, after it's queued up, the screen will refresh to give you a progress showing you whether or not the project is complete. I'm running on a test server right now, so the reports are not being queued up, so we're getting that error message. That's something you would see if something went wrong. Do go ahead and call the help desk if you see that in a normal working environment. Come back to this screen after a short while, and you will see links on this particular part of the screen. You'll see the links to whichever reports you requested and see the results for it. You can close this and continue working on creating other areas of interest and come back in and check on it. To reopen the area of interest or to open a different area of interest, just click on the Open button. You'll get a list of all of the area of interest that you have created, or optionally, all for your organization by just clicking the All For button, and you'll see all of them that have been created. If you've got more than one organization that your account is associated with, you'll see this as a drop-down list allowing you to choose which organization you want to be working with. I'm going to reopen the one that I created and skip right to the results screen by just clicking the results button. That takes you right to that last screen, showing you the progress, the links if the reports are finished or the maps are finished, whatever options you've chosen, these will turn into links that you can follow to get to the results of the various types of analysis that the system will do. That is the end of this video. Check back later. We'll have another video to go into some more detail about some of the advanced capabilities of the AOI editor. Thanks very much.